Hey, I'm talking to you. Yes, the person watching this video.
Yo.
What's up?
If you think you know the rules of the beautiful game, well, you might want to think again. There are some huge changes coming to football for the 2025/26 season, and they're designed to make the game faster, fairer, and a whole lot more intense. So let's break down exactly what's changing and what it all means for the sport we love. We've all been there, haven't we? You're on the edge of your seat, watching the final minutes tick away, and the opposing goalkeeper is just holding on to the ball for what feels like an eternity. It completely kills the momentum. Well, those days are officially numbered.
To fix that exact problem, the game's rulemakers are bringing in probably the most talked about change of them all, a brand new clock for goalkeepers. This is a direct attack on time wasting, and believe me, it is going to force a massive tactical shift.
Okay, so the old 6-second rule, it was almost never ever enforced. And you know why? Because the punishment, an indirect free kick from inside the box, was just way too chaotic and messy. So now, the International Football Association Board, or IFAB, is bringing in a new and strictly enforced 8-second limit. But here's the real kicker. The punishment is now a corner kick. It's so much simpler to manage, and it's still a huge threat.
So here's how it's going to work on the pitch. The second the keeper has full control of the ball, that clock starts ticking. And to make sure everybody in the stadium knows what's up, the ref will literally count down the final 5 seconds with their hand. It's a really clear, really transparent system. No more excuses for delaying the game.
So you might be thinking, is a corner kick really that big of a deterrent? Oh, absolutely. Statistics show that there's a 2.2% chance of scoring directly from a crossed corner. Now, in a game of super fine margins, that is a big deal. It's a risk no team is going to want to take. This rule isn't just suggestion, it's got some real teeth.
But it's not just about the pace of the game. The next major rule change is all about on-field discipline. It's basically hitting the reset button on the whole relationship between players and referees.
You've seen it a million times. A big call is made, and instantly, the referee is just mobbed by angry players, all shouting in their face. The people in charge believe this really damages the image of the sport, and, it just completely undermines respect for the officials.
To fix this, referees are getting a new tool to bring back some order. And this right here, this is the new official signal they'll be using. By raising and crossing their arms like that, they can create what's being called a captain-only zone.
So what is this zone? Well, think of it like a 4-meter bubble around the ref. And inside that bubble, only one person is allowed, the team captain, and they have to be wearing their armband and, of course, approach the ref respectfully.
And this is the part that really matters. Any other player who steps into that zone to argue gets an automatic yellow card for dissent. No questions asked. This puts a ton of responsibility on the captain to not only talk with the ref, but also to keep their own teammates under control. And if your keeper happens to be the captain, another outfield player has to be designated before the game to handle these talks.
Alright, so beyond pace and discipline, the new rules are also putting a much sharper focus on what's maybe most important: player safety and just basic fairness on the field.
Get this! Competitions can now officially bring in permanent concussion substitutions. So if a player gets a suspected concussion, their team can sub them out without it counting against their normal limit. Now, to keep things fair and avoid any kind of tactical disadvantage, the other team also gets one extra substitution to use however they want. It's a fantastic rule that really puts player health first.
Here's another change that people have wanted for a while. Before, if you denied a clear goal-scoring opportunity, what they call dogso, with an accidental handball, it was a penalty and a red card. A lot of people felt this double punishment was way too harsh. So now, the punishment is being knocked down to a penalty and just a yellow card, as long as it wasn't a deliberate handball.
And finally, the rulebook is getting a bit of a spring clean, tidying up some of those annoying gray areas to bring a lot more clarity and transparency to the game.
This slide sums up the key clarifications really well. Dropped balls won't be that confusing free-for-all anymore. If it's inside the box, the ball just goes straight to the keeper. Simple. Outside the box, it goes to the team that was obviously about to get the ball anyway, and in a brilliant move for transparency, competitions can now choose to have referees announce their final VAR decisions live to the whole stadium.
So when you put all of these different pieces together, it's pretty clear we are heading into a whole new era for the sport. One that's really built on speed, respect, and just clarity. And that is the ultimate goal here.
As IFAB themselves put it, these rules are all designed to seriously improve how players and refs interact and to improve the whole atmosphere and image of football for everyone watching.
So from the goalkeeper's new clock all the way to that captain-only zone, the game is definitely evolving. And I'll leave you with this question to chew on. Which one of these changes do you think is going to have the single biggest impact on how football is played and watched?